Hey everyone, have you ever found yourself with $100 in your pocket and thought, how do I turn this into 1,000 or maybe even 100,000? Well, sadly, this isn't something they typically teach you in school. It can feel really intimidating for beginners to dive into the world of investing. But today, I'm changing all that for you. So buckle up.
Yeah, that sounds kind of scary, but also super exciting. Like, how did you start with just $100 and become a multimillionaire?
Great question. It wasn't a walk in the park for sure, but by taking calculated risks, I was able to grow my wealth over time. So let's jump into today's episode, titled, Investing with Just $100. I'll share how to start investing as a beginner. Just remember, the higher the risk, the greater the potential reward, right?
So you're saying I could actually turn this small investment into something huge? Like, I get that there's risk involved. It's like choosing between playing it safe or going all in poker. What should be my first step?
Absolutely. The first piece of advice I give anyone is to invest in yourself. Buy books, take courses, or enhance your skills. These investments could pay off massively in the future.
Wait, so like, if I choose to invest in myself, could that lead to, I don't know, owning my own business someday? That sounds super wild.
Exactly. You can go from becoming an influencer to launching a startup, whatever suits your skills and passion best. But, let's also talk about specific investment options for that $100. I'm a businessman, not a financial advisor, just to be clear.
Laughs, got it. So what's the first step when it comes to actually investing this money? Do I just throw it at stocks or what?
For our first investment option, consider a high-interest savings account. It's a really low-risk choice. It might be challenging to find accounts with decent interest rates today, but having one is crucial for building an emergency fund.
So an emergency fund is like a safety net? How does it actually save me from, like, drowning in debt when life throws those curveballs?
Great question. That emergency fund acts as a safety net. Picture this. If your car suddenly breaks down and you find yourself unable to cover the costs, that fund is there to prevent you from falling into high-interest credit card debt.
That makes a lot of sense. So what's next? Are there specific banks you recommend, or is it kind of a free-for-all out there?
Now let's switch gears and talk about gold. It's commonly viewed as a safe haven during economic turmoil. Since the Federal Reserve was established back in 1913, the dollar has lost about 95% of its value, which makes gold an attractive investment option.
Wow, 95%? That's like my old gym membership fees. Just disappearing, huh? So like, if I had $100 worth of gold back in 2000, it'd be worth like $580 now?
Spot on. It's astonishing how that works. But remember the concept of opportunity cost. If you put all your money into gold, you could miss out on other investments with potentially higher returns.
So I could totally invest in physical gold, but there are apps that let me buy it at market value now? That's kind of cool. What apps do you recommend?
Next up, let's discuss low-cost index funds. Imagine investing $100 every month into an index fund that averages around a 7% return. Over 30 years, that could grow to more than $123,000.
Whoa, that's like candy. Investing in an index fund would be like having a mixed bag of candy. You get a little bit of everything without stressing about which one to pick.
Exactly. You gain exposure to multiple companies easily without the anxiety of picking and choosing stocks. And to shield your investments from taxes, look into tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA or an ISA. They can be game changers.
Ooh, so it's like a safe harbor for my money or something? I love that. But what about real estate? I've heard that can be super lucrative too.
Great segue. Real estate investment trusts, or REITs, allow you to make money from real estate without having to buy property directly. This means you can own shares of income-producing properties that deliver dividends. almost like getting a steady paycheck.
Oh wow, so I could actually own a tiny piece of a super cool skyscraper? That's insane. What about flipping houses? Does that fall under the same umbrella?
Exactly. Flipping houses can be rewarding if you know how to find good deals. It's all about understanding the market. I'm often on the lookout for used model gear or golf equipment for such opportunities.
So it's like treasure hunting but for real estate and equipment. Sounds fun. What's next? Are we getting into the wild side of things?
Ah, yes. The wild side, gambling and speculation. Cryptocurrency, for example, has the potential for massive returns, but it's a high-risk avenue. Only invest what you can afford to lose, okay?
Wow, crypto sounds like that one roller coaster you're half terrified and half thrilled to ride all at once. And hey, you mentioned the lottery earlier?
Yeah, the lottery. It's definitely a gamble with poor odds. Statistically, people tend to lose money on it, so it's essential to weigh your options and look for alternatives with better chances.
That makes sense. So, it's all about choosing wisely and being smart with where I put my money, right? Are there follow-ups for these investments?
Exactly. If you're interested in how these investments perform over time, simply give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so you won't miss out on part 2.
Oh, I totally will. This is like an adventure in the making. So much to learn. I can't wait to dive deeper.
Awesome to hear. I'll catch you in the next episode where we'll dig even deeper into investment strategies. Stay tuned and keep that curiosity alive.
Laughs. I can't wait. Let's do this. Until next time, everyone.